Got one more chance. This is his moment.
One mix-up.
UAE.
What?
Oh, and a counter.
From Bonchan. He jumps back. He read it and he takes it.
What's up, everyone? Persia here from GameSpot, and we are joined by Bonchan, the Street Fighter V Evolution 2019 champion himself. We're actually just really excited to break down this epic grand final set.
やっぱり最初の方はビッグバードがやっぱ
In the beginning, he was thinking Big Bird's made a really nice run through the losers, so he must be in top form. But I'm very knowledgeable in the Rashid matchup. I'm very comfortable at it, so I wasn't like too shook or anything like that.
ビッグバードがねクラウチングライトキッ
What Big Bird was really going for was kind of baiting with low short a lot.
クでそれは分かってたから
So in response to that, I was trying to respond with my heavy normals, fierce and roundhouse. But Big Bird was able to kind of counteract what I was preparing for him to do. So that was a little bit tough towards the beginning.
Then there's the stud.
This guy is putting on a masterclass right now. He is playing
Another
so clean.
perfect.
So clean.
What do you think is the hardest part of this matchup for you?
やっぱりラシー
Rashid players now, most of them are really high level, so it can be tough at times. But in Japan, there are tons of high level Rashid player, and I have a lot of Rashid experience. So I was thinking definitely that's going to be an advantage for me.
カジュアルの時とは戦い方が変わっ
So
てて
Big Bird, from when we played in casuals, his playstyle is completely different.
だからこうやって取られちゃってるっていうのは
So that did throw me off a little bit in the beginning, and I realized that I needed to adjust to that.
I mean, he goes up 2-0 right here. You said you were pretty confident in this match. You weren't really shook, but he played extremely well. Did you still feel that confidence in this moment right here, regardless of the score?
うん全然
Yeah, I was prepared for the reset. Like even if that had happened, I didn't think I was out of it at all.
Where do you feel like was the turning point in this set for you? Because obviously, I feel like from this moment on is a completely different match. But what was the exact turning point for you?
そのね2試合で気づけなかった
From around here, like I said earlier, he plays differently from casual, so I realized that, and I'm starting to make my adjustments here. He's throwing out big normals, heavy buttons, and I'm trying to counter that with my heavy buttons, and that's kind of the turning point of the set.
こっちは今度は向こうのヘビー攻撃を返そうって思って戦
If I
う
throw out the big buttons first, then they kind of get like whiff punished, or I get stuff. Just being a little bit more patient on throwing out the heavier normals.
But Bonchan fighting right back.
What
Not
a
quite
set of
enough to
adaptation.
stun. There it
it is.
is.
And that's here's the champion. This is the mark of the champion.
Whenever you're forced to make these adjustments, what's the first thing that you start to change?
やっぱ自分がなんで負けてるのかっていう
So if you don't analyze what you're losing to, you're always just gonna run into the same thing over and over again. So I'm really analyzing what I'm losing to, and then starting off from there.
Done. Bonchan is doing it. He's making the comeback here. He was down 0-2.
Oh, he takes the bait. Does he have it?
Yes, it's enough.
A counter perfect.
レッドブルは力になりましたか？
いやもうね今日ね睡眠時間がね
Today I was only running on 2 hours of sleep, so if the Red Bull wasn't there, I definitely wouldn't have made it this far.
いやここら辺まで来るともうビッグバードも
So the mentality here, in his opinion, he thinks Big Bird can't be at an advantage by doing his normal bread and butters and stuff like that. He's taking more risks, being more erratic, and I realized that. So my mentality was that I'm at an advantage because he's thrown off. He's not on his normal game plan.
もう焦って V スキルを入れ
I
込ん
kind of
で
panicked here and tried to throw in a V skill, and that cost me to lose that round.
No one wants to fight. He countered. No confirm. No confirm. No confirm on the jab.
From Big Bird. He's still in it. He's still alive. Big Bird will not say die.
でもまあね結果ここ
In the end, I believe I do win this round to win the tournament, but in my mind, I feel like even if I had lost this round, I think I would have been okay. I still like me to win the set.
I mean, it's clear adjustments were already being made, so a whole nother set definitely would have been in your favor.
He goes for the
Goes for the reset,
The
finds it.
outside.
Will
The
be enough.
outside is
Not
not
enough.
これ足りるよこれなんで残ってんのと思って
It's like, why didn't that kill? that should have ended it.
But the jump back at the end, that was super clutch. Did you know he was going for that?
ちょっと待ってか
So
ら
it's just basic Rashid matchup theory. When they activate V trigger, they're fiending to go for that EX Eagle spike. So if you jump back right away, you get caught with the Eagle spike. But if you delay the jump a little bit, you'll usually catch them with your jump in attack.
本当にビッグバードが冷静だったら
Big Bird was definitely like he was panicking, he was rushing. If he was smarter about it, he would have tried to approach with the mixer, which is safer. But since he was panicking, he went for the Eagle spike, and that let me win.
Bonchan has done it.
This is his moment, man. This is one for all the salt of the earth, the working man, people who had a hard time breaking through. This is his day.
Keeping your composure and not panicking or scrambling is a huge factor when it comes to playing at a high level. So, I mean, are there any tips you can give people to kind of maintain that mentality when they play?
負けても死なないよっていう感じかな
For me, I really just look at tournaments as like a training ground. The win-loss shouldn't really matter to you. Of course, at Evo, if you win, you get first place, you're the world champion. If you lose, you get second, and there is a big difference there. But
すごい長期的な目で見れば
in the long term, you should look at it as like, was I able to play well? Am I able to stay consistent? So if you don't focus too much on the win-loss of each game and try to focus on your game plan, I think that's the easiest path to be consistent.
With that said, do you feel like, after rewatching the match again, is there anything you would have done differently?
だからその先入観っていうのは
In the first game and the second game, I lost, and that really wasn't too good. I should have realized right after the first game that Big Bird isn't playing like he played me in casuals, so I should have changed it up and started going for the win right from that second game. That kind of tells me that I was overvaluing the experience I had against him before a little too much. So that is like one point of like reflection for me.
Yeah, definitely something I was gonna ask next, because a lot of the times we come to these events and we wanna play as many casuals as possible because that's what gets us fresh for the tournament. But now experiencing this, seeing how Big Bird may have sandbagged a little bit in casuals before, do you feel like you're gonna take that knowledge you play in casuals with a grain of salt next time, or how are you gonna approach casuals moving forward?
結局
When you're in a pinch, when you're panicking, you tend to fall back on like your bread and butters, what works well. So that aspect of your play really doesn't change too much between casuals and tournament play. So that experience from casual play is pretty valuable, I think. And even moving forward, even if I do lose due to like some information that I had from casuals, I'd kind of just brush it off and just move on to the next one.
One final question before we wrap this up. We gotta know, how does it feel to be the Evolution 2019 champion? Like, it's amazing to see like how far you've come. You've been killing it this year. It's awesome.
そうだねでもやっぱり
So this top 8 for Street Fighter 5, we saw a lot of new faces. Some of the more, bigger names got eliminated earlier in the tournament.
ニューフェイスが多分結構出てきたトップ8だったから僕としてはやっぱり
And this year for Street Fighter 5, I fought Takedo maybe 5 or 4 times, and he's beaten me like 3 or 4 times. I've only beaten him once in tournament.
もう多分すごく嬉しかったんだろうけどやっぱ当たらないまま終わっちゃってるから
If it was an Evo win on top of me beating Takedo somewhere in bracket, that would have made me really happy.
I respect that. That is like some real champion stuff right there. Like, yeah, I won, it's great, but I wanted Tokido to be on my list of bodies that I caught at this event. Like, that's godlike. You deserve it, absolutely. Everyone was so happy to see you win. It was an amazing showing, and of course, congratulations, and thank you so much for analyzing your match with us today.
And in first place, he finally did it. The new Street Fighter World Champion, Bonchan!